The princess has been captured by Bowser, everybody.
Along with the dinosaur inhabitants of Dinosaur Land. Dinosaur Land isn't quite a world, but whatever. There's a hero to this tale. A man of red and blue will put an end to this. That man is Mario, and this is Super Mario World. Does this game still shine bright? Let's begin. Mario must traverse through many levels in Dinosaur Land to reach the end goal, like every other Mario game and platformer. It's all about running right and avoiding enemies. Mario controls very well, though he can be a tad bit slippery at times. Mario runs and jumps, and new in this game is the twirl jump. This move is hardly ever used. It's used to break blocks as Big Mario. Small Mario can only use this move to take out enemies quickly, I guess. It's whatever. Mario has power-ups to gain too, of course. This is fucking Mario. The selection is pretty small though, which isn't bad. It's not too much of a loss as this game is all about skillful play. There's the fireball, which isn't used enough and great at taking out smaller enemies. There's the mushroom, which makes Mario grow. This is the most common power-up in the game. The cape makes its grand and seemingly only debut in this game. It slows Mario's descent. When Mario is at max speed and jumps, he can initiate flight. This flight can break some levels. Flying is done by timing taps on the left direction, not up and down, which is what I initially thought when I played this game. Down makes Mario dive, and up slows Mario's descent, which is useless. The cape also allows the player to spin attack, which can also break the game in some areas. There's also the invincibility star. Who cares? Shut up! All of these moves and power-ups can be used to take out the many enemies in this game. There's a huge variety of enemies in this game, but most of them are hardly ever used. There's the dinosaur enemies, Pokies, Wigglers, Bullet Bills, Piranha Plants, Bonsai Bills, Bomb-Oms, Goombas, Sumo Bros, Amazing Flying Hammer Bros, Mecha Koopas Boos, Big Boos, Mini Ninjas, Buzzy Beetles, Cheep Cheeps, Sleeping Cheeps, and the motherfucking Charging Chucks, along with spiky whatevers, Lakitus, moles, and the game's favorite enemies, Koopas, or a dry bones variant of them. Oh yeah, Kamek can fuck itself. So many enemies, though the game utilizes shelled enemies the most, which in my eyes is kinda lazy. How dare I?
Oh yeah.
I forgot a major point of interest. Yoshi. Yoshi is a rideable companion who aids Mario on this journey. Mario isn't too thankful, abusing him. I mean, damn! Yoshi eats enemies and fruit. He also acts as a respammable hit point, kinda breaking the game, just saying. Yoshi just doesn't die, unless he falls down a pit, but is probably still alive when he falls. Who knows? He's rad, just gotta call Peter real quick. Some enemies, when eaten, can give Yoshi a unique projectile. This mostly pertains to Koopas. All I know is that red-shelled Koopas give Yoshi the ability to shoot fire. This feature could have been utilized more. The overall design is just okay. The first half of the game is enjoyable for sure, it kinda has to be. Yoshi's Island does a great job at teaching players the ropes. The first few levels are a breeze. Everything is pretty fair, especially when you find one of the Switch Palaces. Switch Palaces activate blocks throughout the land, alleviating stress. I only went for the yellow and blue switches in the game. As for one, I don't like exploring, and I feel the game would be too easy if I got all the switches pressed. The game even encourages you to find all the switches. The option is there for those who want a smoother experience in this game. I like the challenge though.
I do suck at this game.
Moving on, there's Donut Plains. Here is where you get introduced to the cape. This area also introduces more complex obstacles. These levels are pretty great, and some of the best. Donut Plains also introduces the Ghost House. Ghost houses are puzzle levels where Mario must go through a specific sequence of obstacles and doors to get to the end goal. These levels are pretty fun and changes things up. For first-time players, these can be a little vague, but once you figure it out, it's not too bad. My favorite ghost house is the one found in Chocolate Island, as you need these boos to turn into platforms. It's quite creative. My least favorite is the one found in Vanilla Dome, mainly due to these green bubbles. Man, Mario's a pussy! Once you go around the Donut Plains, you enter Vanilla Dome. This portion on a normal playthrough introduces the water level. The swimming in Super Mario World is floaty. It's meh. The water level isn't bad though, as it gives you plenty of wiggle room. There's also a large portion of land to get through, so it's not that bad. The one thing that irritates me is how you have to push up and the jump button to get out of the water, opposed to just jumping out. It's kinda weird to me. Whoa, get good. Hey, fuck you. Fuck you too, bruh. Anyway, Vanilla Dome is a pretty good stretch of levels in the game. A pretty nice progression of Donut Plains. Exiting the dome leads to Cheese Bridge. 2 levels long, kinda forgettable. Overall, not too bad. There's the Forest of Illusion. This is where I start to get mixed feelings for this piece of interactive media. You must go through the levels and find a secret exit, and by that I mean Forest of Illusion 3 to progress to the next area. Other levels are optional. The levels here aren't too bad at all, but the fact that you need to find a secret exit to progress is a good idea. It's just not my cup of tea. It slows the game down in my opinion. The secret in the Forest of Illusion 4 demands that you need the cape. In this case, I don't have the cape. I thought this P-switch will spawn platforms, but it doesn't. Ugh, I'll be back. Okay, done. This leads to the boss Reznor and Star Road. Star Road is a separate world of secret levels. The level I ended up playing was fun, but I'm not finding the other ones. So let's move on. Yahoo! Other reasons I'm not a big fan of the Forest of Illusion is the water level with the sleeping Cheeps. The secret exit that's mandatory in Forest of Illusion 3 is placed very near the end of the level itself. Clever! No, I mean it. Once you access the required room, you must be Big Mario to twirl jump on these blocks, not Smaller Mario, which I did. Again, this brings the game to a crawl. Thrusting out of the Forest of Illusion, we go to Chocolate Island. Don't play this game starving people. They like naming the levels after food-related items. Maybe Nintendo was just wanting people to be well-fed before playing this game. Chocolate Island is better than Forest of Illusion. There's a little less bullshit, until you have to go down this pipe and get shot out and not make it. Okay, I had multiple attempts and learned to not touch the D-pad, as touching the D-pad fucks with the momentum while airborne. Thank you, Super Mario World. At least I don't have to deal with secret exits. Oh, god damn it. Ugh, I'll be back once more. Okay, run, fly, and yeah! The rest of Chocolate Island contains some pretty good levels. Yes, this is one of the better sections of the game. Once Chocolate Island is conquered, a sunken ship arises. It's a water level that seems like bullshit at first. In all honesty, this level is pretty rad, as it tests memorization skill. The booze popping in and out and predetermined patterns is cool. The best water level in the game it is. The sunken ship leads to the Valley of Bowser, the final section in the game. The name of this section is dumb, as it doesn't look like a valley to me. Anyway, a lot of the levels in this area test patience and require skill. Some of the best gameplay scenarios are presented in this valley. We got slow-moving rocks, timed platforms, charging chucks that dig, lava. This last section isn't joking around. I did get a tad bit frustrated in some instances, but yeah, it's fun. Now let's talk bosses. They aren't too bad in this game. Iggy must be pushed off this platform and into lava. Jesus! Morton must be stomped on after he climbs up to the ceiling. Lemmy must be correctly stomped on as he has two dummy enemies that also come up with him, and Mario must dodge this Pac-Man ghost-looking fireball. Ludwig is a joke. Roy is like Morton, but the room gets smaller. Wendy is like Lemmy, but now there's two Pac-Man ghost-looking fireballs. This is honestly a little challenging. Finally, there's Larry. Ugh. Larry is like Iggy, but now fire shoots up at the player, making the fight a little bit more challenging and frustrating. The bosses aren't too challenging, but the castles they reside in is a different story. These castles usually have no checkpoints, some do for some reason. This means mastering the level and beating the boss must be conquered in one go. Come to think of it, I'm glad the bosses are easy for this reason alone. These levels will kick you so hard in the balls that confetti will shoot out of your ass. It's downright crazy. My least favorite castle is Larry's. Oh! Fuck! Damn! No! Shit! Balls! Eat my fucking ass! Holy fucking hell, this level can die. God, this level is so stressful, and the fact that you barely have enough time to beat the level is dumb, and relying on the RNG of the Kamek is ridiculous. Kill this level. When I beat the level finally, it felt like I orgasmed like 50 times at once. After that steamy shit, it's time to go through that front door. The level isn't bad, you actually have time to beat this one. This level has challenge, but it's fair. You must go through the doors and get through the obstacles each door has to offer. Pretty unique. I always go through doors 4 and 8. The other doors lead to challenges I don't want to put up with. After that, you must go through the final stretch of the level with this disco ball. Just dodge the mini ninjas and learn the mechanics of the Mecha Koopa. This is the first time we see these enemies, which is odd to me. Hey, you guys are kinda late to the party. You finally get to that door and... Whoa, that's a badass entry, Bowser. Too bad you weren't too challenging. Yes, I died, but that was due to my impatience as I wanted this game to be finished. The music is banging, and you chuck these Mecha Koopas upward to knock Bowser out a few times. You also dodge bowling balls. Okay. And fire. Peach even helps Mario out.
Thanks, babe.
You beat Bowser and save the princess, ridding the land of evil. You save Yoshi's family and friends. Yahoo! Now let's talk graphics. This was a launch title for the Super Nintendo. Nothing too fancy going on here, it's just easy to look at. This is also one of the most distinct looking Mario games out there. There are some cool effects like stretching and transparency effects. The zooming in and out of Bowser's clown propeller thing is alright for the day. All in all, the graphics get the job done. There's charming touches to everything, like these cutscenes after each boss. It's creative and gives the game character. I also love the expressions of these boos. It's well done. Everything else has personality and it's nice. Another nice thing about Super Mario World is that music. The soundtrack bases itself around one composition, but it's surprisingly varied and never overstates its welcome. I really like the piano track, Vanilla Dome Overworld theme, and that Bowser music. Good stuff. The sound effects are nice and loud. Each sound has impact and gives weight to the player's actions. It's also some good stuff. Super Mario World is a game that does many things well. There are rough patches in the journey for sure, but overall, this game is still one of the greats when it comes to the 2D platformer. It's charming and tests the player's pure platforming skills, which I kinda lack. Mario controls very well, the game sounds good, the journey is not too long, but can be replayed to unlock more secrets and levels and is worth anyone's time. Play it, you must. Finn.